In this video, I'll be showing you guys how to get better at free building on console and controller, and also the best tips and the best settings. It's okay if you're a beginner or already good at building. And if you watch the full video, this could be you destroying your rank lobbies or pub lobbies. If you're only here for the zero delay settings and the controller settings, you can skip down the video. If you're here for the tips to improve, stay right here. So tip number 1, you always want to build with your map. As you can see, I build my left stick and it's so much more easier when building. So you always want to have your builds out and only take it off when you're ready to shoot your player. As you see right here, every time I try to edit, I take my shotgun out. It may look cool, but you'll always mess up your builds like this. So keep your map out when building. Tip number 2, a lot of players don't know this, but when you use your builds, you're able to edit a lot farther. I can't edit with my shotgun from this far, but when I take my builds out, I'm able to edit. This is why giving yourself enough time with building is super important. Speaking about important, tip number 3. When you don't give yourself enough time to do an edit, you'll always get stuck like this. This is how it looks in full speed, which you don't want. You don't want to do your edit super close, you want to start from a farther distance. Not only will this allow you guys to do the edit perfectly, or also help you guys if you make a mistake. And here's a better example. As you can see right here, if you start your edit too close, you gotta do all these edits super fast. But if you do it a lot farther, you give yourself enough time to do the edit. This is how I'm able to do quad edits, because after every edit, I stop and go to the left a little bit. This gives me enough time to do my next edit. So always give yourself enough space to do an edit. Okay, we went over tips. Now is what to know / the basic moves. Now, you need to know how to build and edit with your own bonds. That means you need to be comfortable with building and editing. So if you're building or editing and it hurts to move certain buttons or it hurts to click certain buttons, that's not good at all. You either one, need to find better bonds where so you're able to place every build comfortably, or you need to be able to hold your controller more comfortable. So if you need comfortable bonds, if you're on PS4 or PS5, I think the best bonds to use is left stick to take out your builds, right stick to jump, and touchpad to edit, because the more comfortable you are when playing is the best you're going to play. And also the best way to hold your controller is playing claw, so comment down claw if you want a video. What to know tip 2, 90s are what you use to get height on your opponent, but if you keep doing it, you'll end up getting jump fatigue, and what jump fatigue does is make you not be able to jump. But if you do these infinite 90s, you can keep doing them as long as you want, and they're super easy to do. All it is a floor and a ramp. Now here's another way you can do 90s, and these are spider 90s where you go up while only placing 2 walls. And some other basic things you need to know are like double edits, whether if you're going up or going down, and also triple edits, whether if you're going up or going down, because those are the most common things that the average player knows. Sprinting is a good thing to know and do, because it allows you to build and get to places faster. Here's an end-game example how I was able to sprint near my opponent and get off extra pieces to get the kill. If I walked, it would have been a good chance my opponent just got away. Another thing you want to get used to is resetting. It doesn't matter if you're resetting a floor or a cone or a stair, you need to get used to it. Okay, now for the settings, I'll be showing you guys the best settings to use for less delay. And first, you want to make sure that you're using 120 FPS mode if you're on a new gen console, which is the new PS5 or the new Xbox. Now you want to scroll down and make sure that motion blur is turned off. You want to always make sure that motion blur is turned off. This will also help you guys focus on building, because with motion blur you cannot see. Now the next tip to get lower input delay, you want to go to your audio, go to your subtitles, and copy these settings for the lowest input delay to get 0 delay when building. Off, extra small, white, none, and clear. Now for the game tab, you can just copy everything I have right here. But for the things that you want to really copy are preset building choice on and turbo building on. Now if you want to use simple edit, you can, I don't, but also make sure that disable pre-edit option is turned on and auto confirm edit set to both is on. Having auto confirm edit set to both allows you to have faster edits and resets. Contact tips you can leave off. All this stuff right here you can leave like how it is already. Now for replays, you want to make sure all 3 of these options are turned off, because it gives you guys a lot of delay. Now for the rest of the settings in your game UI, you can just copy these if you want. Now for your gyro settings, make sure all these are turned off and set to the lowest to get less input delay. For some reason I'm having a controller bug where I can't turn them down, but if you can turn them down, turn everything down. Now I know you play controller, but for your mouse sensitivity, do the same thing. Make sure everything is turned off and set to the lowest. The more settings you have turned off or set to the lowest, the more storage the game won't use. So just make sure all this stuff is set to the lowest. Now for your controller settings, my build mode I use 2.2 and my edit mode is 2.2. And for building, you're gonna need the best settings. And then for my look and vertical speed, I do use 43%. I wanted to try something different, a little bit more faster than just 40%. Now for my boost, I don't use any boost for my ADS or my building, and I don't think you should use it at all. I don't really do nothing with building. And for your ADS, I don't think you should use anything too high like 12 and 13. Somewhere around 10 to 8, I try to use both, but I use like 8 for now. And once again, like I said earlier, I don't use any boost or anything like that. Only thing I use probably that's different is look dampening time. I set it to 0.03, and I hit so many headshots while doing this. And I still don't know what the settings even does, but every time I use it, I hit nothing but one punch, whether if it's with a shotgun, AR, or anything. I just hit a lot of one punch while using it. And for the rest of my settings, I do use linear, and my aim assist is set to 100 for both. And for my dead zone, I do use 10-10 for both, and also for my L2 and R2 trigger release, I use 10% as well. And for your bonds, you want to make sure that your bonds are comfortable for you. For PS4 and PS5, I use left stick to take out my builds, right stick to jump, and touchpad to edit. Those feel the most comfortable for me when playing on controller. But here are my full bonds if you guys was curious about what I use, or if you wanted to know what I use. But make sure you subscribe and like and hit the post notifications so you never miss a new video when I post.